The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the opinions of the staff or management of Visionary-related entertainment.
Aloha and welcome to Maui Nonprofit Notes, the weekly radio show where you'll find us talking story with Maui's nonprofit executive directors and staff to find out how they're working to support those with needs within our community. Maui Nonprofit Notes is generously sponsored by Pacific Source. If you're building or remodeling a home, please stop by Pacific Source's Cabinet and Appliance Showroom located in the Waikapu Bayshard. I'm Susie Tiemann, Executive Director of Lokahi Pacific, and your host for Maui Nonprofit Notes. During this hour, we share some of the experiences of our nonprofit agencies and just how they're changing lives, changing communities, and creating miracles of hope for those with needs. Today, we're going to start off the show talking with Nancy Littlejoy of the Pacific Cancer Foundation. And you've got another event coming up. I think we mentioned this a few weeks ago.
This is our big time of year, Susie. We are in full action, full swing right now.
Boy, you are. It must be nice to only have to work 3 or 4 months a year.
Well, the rest of the year all focuses on our programs,
there you
which
go.
is even more exciting.
You raise the money now to do the programs.
To offer great services for our folks, yeah.
Hey, and they are wonderful. We'll talk about those in a little bit, but I want to get a recap of the Battle of the Badges.
The Battle of the Badges was an excellent event, and the police department won for the first time.
Oh, wow.
So that was very exciting for them. Very close game, 15-14.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
Was that overtime or in regular
innings?
Wow.
Yep.
There was a picture
I
saw.
Home run in the bottom of the ninth.
Was that the picture in the paper?
Seal the deal, yep.
Wow. Bottom of the ninth,
yeah,
exciting.
And it was pretty exciting because Kurt Suzuki had signed a whole bunch of baseballs for us, and we were able to give it out to a bunch of the kids at the game. So that was really cool.
Oh, neat.
Too. Yeah.
That's really neat.
Yeah.
Now, we had one of our guests, when we talked about the Battle of the Badges, we had the fire chief, Murphy.
Chief Murray.
Murray, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Why do I want to call him Murphy?
Chief Murray.
Murray. And then we had Sergeant Sang,
Yep.
who was going to be singing Hawaii Pono'i at the game. But now I understand you also had just a thriller of a rendition of the national anthem.
We had 3 firemen sing the national anthem in harmony, and I tell you, it would have brought you to tears. It was beautiful. Their voices were amazing.
My goodness. So we got talent all over the place there.
Yeah, a bunch of talented guys taking care of us every day in our community. Pretty awesome. And starting Saturday, they'll be wearing those pink shirts out as their uniforms and selling them at all their stations, too, which is really cool.
Cool.
Giving back to the community once again.
Very good. So do they just officially go on sale Saturday?
They're on sale now, but
okay.
the both departments will be wearing them as part of their uniform officially
Cool.
on Saturday.
So now it was one team, one side was wearing pink and one side was wearing blue, I think, or something.
Yes, policemen were wearing blue, firemen are wearing pink.
Yeah.
But they're all selling pink shirts.
I got you. Okay, so go pink.
Yes.
And you had a large crowd?
We had a great crowd, bigger than ever, so that was
Super.
really fun. Great food trucks, bouncy castle. Like I said, Kurt signed a bunch of balls for us, so yeah, a really fun night.
That's, anytime you can get the family out to do an event like that, I think it's a great thing.
Yeah, really nice community event.
And then the kids came out and played, what was it, during 7th inning stretch?
7th inning stretch, we had a whole crowd of kids come out and have some races on the field and interact with all the police and fire guys, and they were psyched on that too. So that was
bet.
Great. Yeah.
I'll bet. And then top it off with being able to see the fire trucks
Yep.
and all the equipment. Wow.
Yeah.
Good fun, but now we're going to shift gears. That's done. It's over, except for buying the pink shirts. So folks get out there and stop by the local fire station and police station and pick up your pink shirts for $20.
$20, yeah, or jump on our website too.
All sizes, all different styles for men and women, etc.
Exactly.
And as you say, go to your website, which is PacificCancerFoundation.org. It is so hard, huh? Nothing different about it. PacificCancerFoundation.org. And you'll see some good models there wearing the different shirts and down to kids' sizes, right?
Yep. Kids, women's, adults. We have tank tops. We have V-necks for the ladies, guys' shirts, and kids' shirts.
Cool.
Got them all covered. And we just got in some really awesome hats too.
Hats?
Police and fire department hats. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're
Wow.
nice.
Cool.
Embroidered, really
Yeah?
nice.
And what do they sell for?
$25.
Gotcha. Okay. So for all of you out there who want to continue to support in that way, $25 for the hats, $20 for the shirts. Okay, let's shift gears. The next event is coming up. What do we got? 2 weeks? 10 days?
T-minus 10 days and counting. Woo!
Are you counting?
I am counting every day.
Gotcha.
Every hour, every minute.
So now with, and before the show we talked a little bit about can people still sign up, and you were saying, hey, it's getting close and probably not at this point.
I think our paddle teams are pretty much full. We have 25 canoes going out on October 7th and 8th for our Paddle for Life. This is our 9th annual year of doing it. We're going to take over 300 paddlers to Lanai in outrigger canoes. And people can still donate and support those paddlers, but our actual paddling crews are full.
Right.
But this year, you can also go out and paddle for a cure on the 8th as well, because we're teaming up with Tatiana and the Susan G. Coleman Foundation for that. So stand-up paddlers and those folks can still participate.
Wow. All the way to Lanai?
Those guys don't paddle to Lanai, just our team, just our Paddle for Lifers go to Lanai.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's cool. And we'll talk with Tatiana here in
Yep.
just a minute or two. Now, I did see on your website where people can go in and sign up to donate or sponsor paddlers.
Yes, yes.
Easy to do. You've got a great system set up there.
We have an easy to do, make a donation on our website. You can go in there and contribute anything from $10 on up, and you'll see our little thermometer going up every day. And today we're at about $110,000 so far that this community has come up with in support of this event. So we are super excited. Our goal is $175,000, and I feel really strong that we're going to get there.
Hey, you know, this is Maui, and if you're there at 10 days out, we know that the Maui folks, they pop it in there that last night before.
Yeah. And, you know, the paddlers in this event, they are cancer patients, cancer survivors, and cancer supporters. So it's amazing to be out there with these folks on the water, supporting each other. This event is not a race, Susie, but it's a voyage. And it's just to kind of show how you can't make a cancer journey alone and you can't do a crossing alone, and how we're all in there together to support each other.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And it's great exercise for all these folks.
Great.
It's something they can do.
Physical,
yeah.
emotional, mental, spiritual, all combined.
Yeah. Well, let's introduce the people you brought with you today.
Great. Kimokeo is the chairman for our event. He is the founding father of our event, and a fabulous leader and cheerer honor, supporter,
Right.
rallier of all of our paddlers and our paddling community.
Right.
So
Welcome, Kimokeo.
Thank you, Susie. We appreciate you having us here, and we really appreciate all those who support Pacific Cancer Foundation for the last 9 years. We want to say great mahalo out to Safeway Foundation. They were with us from the beginning, and they're here today again. And we're so happy that they stuck with us all the way out. So we definitely want to give Safeway Foundation a big mahalo for the 9 years supporting us. And we have some sustainable clubs that have been doing that. And that's our Pink Lady Paddlers. They call themselves Mana Olana out of North Kihei. And they've been there in the beginning, and they're here. And so is the Kihei Canoe Club, Hawaiian Canoe Club, Laiula, Nakaivalu, Napili. If I missed anybody, most of the clubs on the island have participated. If not with a club, they've individually supported another canoe by joining up with other members. And as you can see, that on our 9th year, that we have 25 canoes, and part of the reason is that we want to shout out to the people of Lanai, because we're coming there, and it's a little different now about the permit process. And Hualapai Beach Association and Pulama, they've granted us a permit to come there
Great.
this year again, and it's a great a partnership with them and a system to work with them to make sure that we do not camp on the beach. So we want to remind the paddlers you're not to camp on the beach. The beach is live especially for the local people, not only during the weekdays but during the weekend. And keep lanai,
Right.
And we appreciate Paul Shinsano. He's with Harbor's Division, working with us, making sure that our boats be able to be accommodated when we get there. And it's just a combination of we call Maui Nui Okama Ohana, the community, working together to make this event special for Pacific Cancer Foundation. And we're so thrilled to be partners now with Paddle for Cure, and we let her describe that. But we definitely want to know that if you're not able to paddle and support this event, please join Paddle for Cure, because they have lots of room and lots more that we all can join together to support cancer and having both of these foundations to be beneficiary on Maui is a great deal. And especially having Susie Coleman Foundation, a national foundation, and we really want to thank her because she does support the Pacific Cancer Foundation. And besides that, Manuelana asked a couple years back, could we have your pink tents, because she does a whole bunch of deals up in the mainland or Oahu where you bike, you camp, you swim, we camp, and the pink tents came up. And so we were giving, Manuelana was giving 30 pink tents.
Oh, cool.
And so it's almost like a Susan Coleman Foundation Paddle for Life on Lanai, because it kind of takes over the camping and make a really big impression.
Cool.
So go pink, pink tents with Susan Coleman Foundation. And we're really excited this year to hook up with Paddle for Cure and how we both going to complement each other.
Right.
And so we really are fortunate to have Tatiana with us today. And we look forward. We're coming back from Lanai. We're going to be having lunch with Paddle for Cure. And at the Hyatt Kanapali, the Grand Hyatt Kanapali. So we want to thank the management and the corporate and the people to make it possible to have this event. And we look forward in supporting each other,
Right.
and having a great collaboration partnership this year, and a greater one in 2018.
Right.
So mahalo for having us, Susie. Appreciate that.
Hey, it's my pleasure. My pleasure. Now, do the folks in Lanai come out to see the boats coming in, or?
We have a whole team of paddlers. We have
from
Team
Lanai.
Lanai, who will come over Friday night. The first crew is coming, and they're spending Friday night. But we're also sending a boat over there at about 4 a.m. Saturday morning for those folks who had to work late Saturday night. Then we're going to get them on a boat before the sun has even come up and get them back to Maui so they can join the paddle with us.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
they have
Well, that's dedication.
Their team on Lanai is made up of the Four Seasons Resorts, made up the Hui Lanai, which is the canoe club there, and both of them are supportive of us on the land. The Four Seasons provides us with all the tables and chairs and a grill and all that. And the Hui Lanai was the canoe club. They actually come to the harbor and pick up the bags and take it to and fro from the boat to the campsite and back. So Hui Lanai is the other canoe club that has been doing that for the 9 years. So with the community there on Pulama, Four Seasons, Hui Lanai,
The chamber.
and the chamber. We this year was the most exciting day. We have Roberto DiGetli with the Chamber of Commerce Lanai is organizing a special event for the paddlers.
Oh, cool.
So we'll be going into town from 1 to 4 to share the community, what businesses they have, and how the paddlers can get involved with that. And we're so excited that we worked out the transportation means that. Credit to the Chamber of Commerce of Lanai,
Right.
got us vans to take our paddlers up there. So we look forward for an exciting time to have all our paddlers to go uptown. You know?
Right. Yeah, that's great. Alberto's a big pusher for the things that happen over there and for getting everybody acquainted. And with this many people coming over from Maui, I'm sure this is perfect time for her to get that organized and get everybody mingling. That'll probably take place in the park.
Yeah, that'll probably take place right there in the park. But Alberta, like you said, is the nucleus of
Right.
gathering the ohana on Lanai and making sure. So she got Emi Osao Kohikolo to help us out. Kepa Mali with Lanai Culture and Heritage Museum. So we really fortunate having a diversity of people in the community to support this event and be able to service that. And so we're really thankful for that. So
Yeah,
we want to thank the people on Lanai.
That's terrific.
Mahalo.
Yeah, and it gives your paddlers something to do out of the water because they're in the water. What is it? A 4-hour journey?
Yep, about 4 hours.
Yeah.
And then they'll be able to go up to town and cruise the stores and go to the museum and visit with folks up there. It'll be fun. Fun
Right.
afternoon.
Lanai has quite a story to tell, so that's always interesting going through the museum.
Yes.
And
the
I need to
museum
make a
is
trip over
amazing.
there here in the next couple of weeks, so I love going over there, especially because you can go by boat.
Yes.
That's my thing. Forget the little planes. I want the boat.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot of boats going over,
You,
Susie.
yeah, you do. You're right. You're right. We have to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Aloha from Pacific Source, and thank you for your support over the years. Pacific Source has offered more of what builders and homeowners value most in building materials and cabinet design. We've done this by offering superior customer service and products, as well as by designing kitchens and baths that are intelligent and elegant while staying true to your vision and budget. Visit our showroom in Waikapu in central Maui, where we display a variety of cabinets as well as top-name appliances like Sub-Zero, Wolf, Viking, KitchenAid, and more. We display countertops, tile and wood flooring, and several brands of windows and doors, including Fleetwood multi-slides and La Cantina folding doors. Come in and talk to our designers about making your dreams become a reality. From concept to completion, we really believe our attention to detail and superior service are what sets us apart. Let us show you what we mean. We are a Pacific Source at 515 East Oahe Way in the Consolidated Base Yard in Waikapu, just off Waiko Road. Call us at 986-0380. That's 986-0380, or look us up online at packsource.com.
And we're back. This is Maui Nonprofit Notes, the weekly radio show where we talk story with our nonprofit executive directors and staff and find out what's happening in their world. And today we're talking to Nancy LaJoy and Kimokeo from Pacific Cancer Foundation as they discuss the I love the fact that this is a voyage to Lanai and not a competition. But I'll bet there's a little competition once in a while between a couple of boats.
Well, a lot of these people are competitive paddlers, but the spirit of the event is really that we're all in it together.
Right. So there's no like 3-hour window for them to arrive on Lanai. They're all going to be coming in mass.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're all coming
we
in
travel
mass,
together.
Susie, and like you said, this is not a competition,
Right.
and Paddle for Life is paddle to live.
Right.
Like she explained you earlier, it's a mental, social, spiritual, on the people who is cancer patient, cancer survivors, and cancer supporters. So this is really a journey of life.
Right.
Paddle for life, live to paddle.
Yes.
So that makes a big difference.
It does. And so, Nancy, you've got Tatiana,
Yes, excited to have Tatiana joining us today.
and Tatiana's representing.
She is putting on the Paddle for the Cure, which is Sunday, October 8th. And this is their 4th year for that event. And we're excited to be able to partner with them this year. Their event is sponsored by the Hyatt, and it's primarily for stand-up paddlers, but they also have some OC1s and OC2s that go out. So that's another non-competitive great paddle event as well.
So for the people that are listening who have no idea what OC1 and OC2 are,
Those are 1-man and 2-man canoes.
there you go. Okay. I always forget, I start doing that too, and I go, wait a minute, nobody knows what I'm talking about. But this is neat that you've joined forces, because I know I've heard in the past from people saying, well, I want to give some money, for cancer, or because so-and-so had cancer, but where do I go with it? And this is an opportunity where it's all going to end up kind of in the same place. And as I think Kimokeo said, Susan G. Komen Foundation is a supporter of the Pacific Cancer Foundation
Yes,
through a
it
grant
is.
program, right?
Yes, it is. We get grants from them, and they help us out every year. And all of this money goes to Maui's cancer community for all of our free support services
Right.
that we provide.
So, Tatiana, it's all yours.
All right. Well, thank you so much for having me here. I'm so excited to
Yeah.
actually meet Nancy, because we've been in contact by email and planning this year's event and talk about bigger and better. I think for both of us, I think it's going to be an amazing year combining the Maui Paddle for a Cure event with the Paddle for Life. And just bring more of that aloha spirit for doing water sports instead of competition, and for a great cause. So,
And people can still sign up for yours?
yeah, so people can go to crowdrise.com/Maui Paddle 17, and it's non-competitive. There's even a clinic, a sub-clinic that I'll be teaching that morning, so you can sign up for the clinic or do the half course or the full 3-mile course, which heads to around Black Rock and back, and it starts at Hanako'o Beach Park. So, and then
that's
afterwards,
the same place you're coming back to,
That's the same place we come back to.
yeah,
That's
so
right.
they
We launch
start,
and come back.
right?
yeah, the day before on Saturday.
They leave from there and come back there at noon the next day.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then we will
Be there in the morning.
be there in the morning on Sunday morning. On October 8th is when the Maui Paddle for a Cure event will be on. And it'll be that morning, and we come back, and we'll all meet at the Hyatt for the lunch. And the Hyatt Regency is sponsoring the Paddle for Life participants to come and have the Anuhea after party with food and everything. So it's going to be a big celebration. Everyone will be feeling encouraged and empowered, and a lot of joy going around.
Yeah.
From what I know about a lot of the paddlers who do a lot of paddling, they're not exhausted when they get done. They're
Well-
hyped up. They're ready to.
There's a lot of great energy and great mana and great aloha spirit that comes from being out on the water with a group of other people and sharing in that water sport activity and supporting each other as a community. So it's definitely a sense of accomplishment when our paddlers get back, and I'm sure when they finish paddling, Paddle for Cure too, and it
Yeah.
really becomes more celebratory.
Right.
Yeah, for a lot of people, even 1 mile, 1 mile stand-up paddle course is huge for them. It's their first or second time out on the board, and just getting enough courage to be out in the water. So, either even from that small distance to going all the way to Lanai and back, it's it's going to be.
Yeah. I know if I could stand up on the board, it'd be a huge accomplishment.
Gotta come try. What
My-
are you doing on Sunday,
oh,
October 8th?
And,
You'll be in my stand-up paddle clinic.
I used to do a lot of water skiing and slaloming and stuff like that. And I really thought, I could do this forever, right? As the years pass, it gets harder and harder. But stand-up paddleboarding is basically, once you get up there, you're okay.
Yeah.
Unless you really get into it. But
Yeah.
you can do an easy ride.
Yeah, there's big stable boards that you can use, and if you have the right technique and kind of get your speed going, gives you even more stability. So I think you can do it. Come try.
yeah, and you don't have to have your own board to participate either. There'll be boards available.
Yeah, you can sign up and with a rental board option, and they'll have that board at the beach for you.
Hey, Gary, let's go paddleboard.
Right after our glass blowing class.
That glass blowing class is going to be a big deal if we ever get up there to do it, because we keep saying this is Hui Nui Ao's glass blowing classes that they have. We keep saying we're going to come up and watch because we want to try it.
Okay, I'll be there with you.
Oh, okay. Oh, now we got 3 of us. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, if we get a
Alright.
carload, maybe we'll do it.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Okay. You're on.
Good.
Okay, we're in.
Nancy's in. Okay.
I'll go to the Anuhea concert afterward and eat and celebrate your success.
There you go.
Wonderful. So anybody can come. Novice can come and give it a try.
Yeah, they can sign up for the clinic, and we'll have just a little course and demonstration on the beach. And yeah,
Okay. Where can they go to find out more information about the event?
they can either go to the Hyatt website, the Butterfly website, betheeffect.com, and then all the information is at crowdrise.com/Maui Paddle 17.
Okay.
There's also,
Crowdrise.com.
there's information on the Pacific Cancer website,
Oh, great.
Foundation.
Oh, good. Okay.
And there
I
you
missed
can
that.
donate to or register or donate to a team. So there's different options to be involved, not just showing up at the beach, but if you're on the mainland or wherever and want to participate, you can still, just like your event, right, Nancy, that you can
Yep.
donate and participate in different
And
ways.
support.
Cool. That's great. So you're covering all the bases.
Got them covered.
What's the board that has the hydro?
Oh, yeah, hydrofoil.
Yeah. You gonna have any of those out there?
I don't know. Might.
I hadn't thought about that. That'd be a good one. Where's Kai Lenny when you need him?
I'll call him up and see if he'll come show
When-
us the hydrofoil.
yeah.
Cup board.
When we have the folks here from Camp Emua, they do they have a preliminary event to raise money on, what's it called? I got a blank.
Paddle-y-Mua.
Paddle-y-Mua.
Paddle-y-Mua,
Hello.
yeah.
Okay, it's too simple. What can I say? And I think they had a couple of hydrofoils this year.
Yeah, I saw
in,
that.
in it, and it sounds interesting.
I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah,
Not
really?
On,
Yeah.
Not on stand-up. I tried kiting with the hydrofoil, and it was super hard. So
Oh, really? Oh, well, that would be. That's a whole nother.
feels like you're flying on a cloud. It's pretty cool. Maybe next year we'll have half of the participants on hydrofoils.
There you go.
Flying on a cloud. Okay, cool. So this is going to be quite an event with the addition of the ride for the cure.
Paddle for
Paddle
the
for the cure, rather.
Yeah.
As we run out of time, last thoughts. I mean, this has been an interesting and a fast-moving half hour.
I know. We're going to have to start doing an hour-long show, Susan.
That's the next thing somebody will say. Don't do two every show. Do one and really get to the nitty-gritty.
I guess people can also come out and, if they just want to be part of the event and not even get on the water for whatever reason, there's great celebrations that happen in terms of our blessing when we leave the beach and when we come back and the after party. And so there's lots of room for spectators to come and see and be part of the excitement as well.
Okay,
So
one more time, what beach are we talking about?
we're talking about Canoe Beach over on Lahaina.
Okay. Very good, very good. Kimokeo, last thoughts?
No, just thank the Maui community for supporting just cancer community, whether it's Paddle for Life or Paddle for Cure. Go to both sites and do your part and help both of them out. And we're so fortunate to have that partnership happening this year and look forward in a greater collaboration next year.
Right.
So mahalo to everyone. Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Thank you
so
for
much.
joining us, Kimokeo.
Appreciate it. Mahalo.
Tatiana, any last thoughts?
Just I'm excited to see everyone at the beach and paddle for a purpose and share that aloha and have a great time with each other and celebrate life and think about all the people that went through, cancer and everything and just have them in our hearts when we paddle and
Right. That's
just
great.
everybody.
Super. Nancy, last thoughts?
Thank you for having us on the show.
Hey,
Appreciate
always.
that. Yeah,
Always.
yeah.
There's an energy that comes from the people you bring with you. Well, you too, but with the people you bring with you. I mean, we had the Battle of the Badges kick off here. We've got Paddle for Life. I'm never going to get this
Paddle
right.
for the Cure.
Paddle for the Cure. Paddle for Life. Joining forces. I mean, it's great. And like you said, they can come out and they can enjoy the cast off as folks take off on their canoes for Lanai.
Sure, and next time I'm going to bring my nutritionist back because I know
Uh-oh.
how much you love to talk food with her.
Uh-oh, I'm
and
in
we're going to
trouble.
have some great new kale recipes for you.
gee.
So that'll be our next show, all right?
Never tell her there's something you don't like. I said, kale, forget it. I'm not going to eat kale. And so she's been doing this to me now, 2 years? It's
Every
close
once
to
in
that,
a while,
yeah.
I get to throw it on you.
Well, I keep thinking that maybe someday they'll bring a sample of something that they've prepared with kale that will change my whole attitude about kale.
It's going to be a juice.
Oh, a juice.
Yes,
Or
we
the
do some
kale chips.
Yeah, or
Those are
kale
good.
chips.
Kale chips. Whoa, okay.
One last word, Susie. We have individuals that can sponsor for their people that they want to help with. And so we have one that we're working with, Patty Whitecroft. She's with Hawaiian Canoe Club. So want her to know that we're paddling for her. Also out of California, she used to live here, paddle with the Pink Ladies, Pina Wallace. So those individuals have sent their photographs, and we're going to be having them on a canoe.
Ah, great.
And they're sponsored by individuals or friends to put the photograph on there. And so they could do that also. But we want to mention off to Team Jaden, which is my grandson, and he's in Lahaina. He had leukemia for several years. This is his last year. He just had his last spinal tap 2 weeks ago, and his 3-year treatment gets over in November of this year.
Ah,
And so Team
We
Jaden,
wish him all the best.
wish him all the best, and wish all the others the best. That we don't know exactly, but we do know they're out there.
Right.
So wish everybody the Paddle for Life, Paddle for Cure, and let's paddle to live.
There you go.
Mahalo.
There you go. Thank you. Great parting words. Thank you, Kimokeo. Nancy, Tatiana, Have a great weekend that weekend. Boy, that's going to be exciting.
Yes.
And we'll
Thanks,
talk
Susie.
to y'all soon.
Okay.
Thank
Aloha.
you. Aloha,
Thank you,
y'all.
Susie.
You got it. So we're going to jump into the second half of the show. We've got Alex Domingo of MEO's Early Head Start. Not Early Head Start. Early Childhood Services. Sooner or later, I'll get it right. How you doing, Alex?
Good.
Yeah, come on up to the microphone. We need a bigger studio, Gary.
I'll get right on it.
I mean, everybody wants to come on the show, and we have to have people wait out front. I mean, come on.
Well, it is the most popular Wednesday show.
Oh, well, I guess that kind of notoriety does have its drawbacks. But it works, and we're still going strong, and hopefully stronger than ever. So I appreciate that. We're the number one show at this time slot, at least here at KAOI. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, Alex, what's happening with the early childhood services over at MEO, Maui Economic Opportunity?
A lot.
A lot. Now, are you deputy director?
No,
Or deputy, what,
I am the assistant director.
the assistant
of the Early
director?
Childhood Services program.
Okay. So we don't see Debbie today.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You have
No,
to see
hey.
me.
Hey, it's her loss. Right? We get you.
She's out doing other great things.
I got you. I'm sure she is. So tell us what's happening. Why are we talking to you today?
Because she's not here.
No.
No, well, we started a new school year.
Okay.
And we are fully enrolled at this time. But to share a little bit about our program, we are a federally funded program, and we service low-income families as well as at-risk, foster care families, some special needs. Right now we have 246 children and families enrolled. We do have 11 centers on our island of Maui, one on Molokai, and we have something new going on this year, which is a home-based program where we service 12 families. We have a home visitor that goes out to the families' homes.
Really? Individual families?
Yes.
That is new and different.
So from what I hear, our program used to do it years ago, like before I was born. No, just kidding.
But she is probably 24, so it could be.
But yeah, and so we started that up again, and so far we've been hearing good things.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so what does that, that allows the parents to not have to bring the kids someplace.
Yes. So like a typical Head Start center would, you would bring your child. They would be amongst a group of children and the teaching staff. However, for this one, the home visitor drives to the home. It's the same concept, but it's more individualized curriculum because you're working one-on-one with the child and the family.
Okay, is there a special issue with the child, or?
No, it's just there wasn't the need for another center this year, so we decided to do a home-based program.
So, but does that take more staff, or is it only so many days a week or something?
Yes, they have a 2-hour visit every week, and
Okay.
there's something called a socialization throughout the month where all the families get to come together and mingle
Oh, okay.
and have a curriculum that the teacher, that's the difference too. There's just one person
okay.
that goes out into the home. But basically, it's like an individualized curriculum. So the way they work in the center, you observe all the children. This one is you just watching that one child and teaching the family how to work with their child.
Oh, I see. Okay, so it's kind of an instructional thing
Mm-hmm.
for mom and dad or grandma and grandpa, whoever, auntie, uncle, to work with the child the rest of the time.
Yes.
That's interesting. And so that saves on the overhead side of not having another classroom.
Yeah, there's pros and cons. It would be nice to have had a full center, but this is what the need was at this time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so we've got 11 centers here on the island of Maui,
Mm-hmm.
one on Molokai, and then the 12 homes that you're visiting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. So is that included in your 267?
246.
Oh, 246.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where did I get 267? I don't know.
Maybe that's what it was before. I don't know. I can't keep up.
Gotcha. Okay, we've got to take a short break
Okay.
again, and we'll be right back. We'll talk more with Alex about Head Start and some of the other programs.
Aloha from Pacific Source, and thank you for your support over the years. Pacific Source has offered more of what builders and homeowners value most in building materials and cabinet design. We've done this by offering superior customer service and products, as well as by designing kitchens and baths that are intelligent and elegant while staying true to your vision and budget. Visit our showroom in Waikapu in central Maui, where we display a variety of cabinets as well as top-name appliances like Sub-Zero, Wolf, Viking, KitchenAid, and more. We display countertops, tile and wood flooring, and several brands of windows and doors, including Fleetwood multi-slides and La Cantina folding doors. Come in and talk to our designers about making your dreams become a reality. From concept to completion, we really believe our attention to detail and superior service are what sets us apart. Let us show you what we mean. We are a Pacific Source at 515 East Oahe Way in the Consolidated Base Yard in Waikapu, just off Waiko Road. Call us at 986-0380. That's 986-0380, or look us up online at packsource.com.
And we are back. This is Maui Nonprofit Notes, the weekly radio show where we talk story about what our agencies are doing to help those with needs in our community. We're talking here the second half of the show with Alex Domingo, who is the Assistant Director of the Early Childhood Services Department at MEO, otherwise known as Maui Economic Opportunity. We've just started talking about Head Start as one of the programs. So when we talk about you're still taking enrollments, but that's for the wait list because things happen. Families have to drop out. Maybe they're moving, whatever the case might be. So if you've got a child, now they had to turn a certain age by a certain date.
Yes, they need to either be or be turning 3 or 4 by July 31st of this year.
Passed. Okay.
Yeah, 2017. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So they had to be.
Yes.
Okay. So if they meet that criteria, and then they also you've got some other stipulations, right?
Yes. So they can bring in their child's state certificate of birth, hospital certificate, or any document that verifies their age, and then they'll need their household income to see that they meet the criteria. Yeah, because
Okay.
it's income, and so they can bring their TANF, their Social Security printouts, and household 2016 W-2 forms. But I would always recommend that they call the office first just to make sure, because what happens a lot of times is they come in, they start the application, but they're missing something. So then it gets put on the side and it's not complete.
Right.
So you want to be able to complete your application at the first visit. It doesn't always happen, but it's always best.
Right.
Yeah, get it done.
Right. You got it. You got it. That second trip was always the hardest.
Yeah.
For some reason. Because you're in the moment.
Right,
with
right.
the first one. So now you continue to enroll for the current year, but then was it February?
Yes.
That's when you start enrolling for the 2018-19 year.
Correct. Yeah, we do
Okay.
open enrollment in February.
Okay, and that's for children who turn that age July of 2018.
Correct.
Okay. All
We're
right.
a year down the road.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so now in addition to Head Start, there's no charge for Head Start program.
Yes, it's a completely free program, which is why they need to qualify for it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. The other programs that you have going on in early childhood services. Can we talk about those for a little bit?
Yeah, we have an infant toddler site, Kahikamali'i, and right now we're actually currently accepting applications.
You
So-
got some openings.
Yes.
Okay.
Right now, our total enrollment is 15. And for this program, we work with children from 12 months to 3 years of age. And there is a tuition. At this time, it's $1,045 per month. And it will increase in January 1st, 2018 to $1,075. And that's due to increased operating costs.
Okay. Now, are there some scholarships or some grants or something that?
Yes, there is. We have tuition subsidies that are available through the state of Hawaii. They are Child Care Connection, Quality Care for Hawaiian Keiki, also known as the Q-Check. And there's also scholarship funding that is provided by the County of Maui.
Okay. So people shouldn't be scared off by the $1,000 a monthly
Yeah.
fee, because I would venture to say a lot of the children or parents aren't paying that.
Correct.
amount.
Yeah. And I always tell people just try.
Right.
There's no harm in trying.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and this center is right there at your site.
At the 99 Mahalani Street in Wailuku.
Okay.
So it's close to our Head Start office. It's like walking distance.
Okay, very good. And from children 12 months to 3.
Correct.
Okay. That's that's a young age.
They are. They're little ones.
Wow.
Yes.
At a year. Are they walking?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yes.
But they're not potty trained.
No.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So very different than being in the preschool.
Yeah, right. Right. Preschool is after this
Yes.
because it's 3 to
3 to 5.
5.
Yeah.
And then they go into the regular
Kindergarten.
kindergarten system
Yes.
and public school system. Interesting.
So we give our staff at Kahikamali a lot of credit because you do spend a lot of time in the bathroom. By the time you change one, another one has to go.
I see. Okay.
But they're really great down there.
Right. Now, what kind of things are the children learning from in that age group of 1 to 3?
For 1 to 3, it's very different. A lot of it is, it seemed like preschool, but social. Just, they're not as verbal. So really, you gotta do a lot of watching. They go from here to there in 0 to 10 real quick.
These are quick movers.
Yes, a lot of stumbling. A lot of grabbing. So this is the time that you do want to start teaching them, giving them words. Helping them gain the verbal skills, and of course, like you said, the potty training, that's
Right.
really important. But even things like feeding themselves, that's a big task. Food everywhere,
Right.
But,
Right.
but so they're working on those things as well. But they read to the children, because a lot of times people think, well, they're just babies, but this is the critical moment. So the more you read to the child, the more they're gaining. So it's just like a kind of slower pace of the preschool, but you're with younger toddlers running around most of the time.
Right. Now, is this full day?
Yes. We
Okay.
have a 7:30 to 4 slot and a 8 to 4:30.
Oh, okay. Interesting. And the regular Head Start is what hours?
We have 7:30 to 3, and actually we have some 7:30 to 2, and then we have 7:30 to 3, and we have one at the Kahaliake Ola, the homeless shelter, from 7:30 to 3:30.
Oh, okay. That's the longest
Yes,
day.
that's a long day.
Yeah, because those parents are out working, trying to get ahead themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. And there was one more I saw listed, Ohana Strengthening.
Oh, we don't have that
don't have
program
that.
anymore. Yeah, there's no funding for that. So basically, we've got Head Start
Okay.
and Kahikamali'i.
That's it.
Yes.
Whoa.
That's a lot.
I always liked that Ohana Strengthening. I thought that was a great program.
It is
but
a great program.
if there's no funding, you can't do it
Yep.
because that's how you work.
Yeah. The good thing though is Carol Vita, who did the program, she's still with us in Head Start, and she is now the family strengthening manager. So she kind of is doing the same thing with our Head Start families, because you can gain the same skills and teach the same skills to our families. So she's doing a family strengthening curriculum with our families this year.
So if I recall correctly, she would bring the group in that's interested in learning more, bring them in and do like a workshop.
Yes.
Evening kind of workshop.
So
That's great.
now our Head Start families are getting that.
That's good.
It is great.
Now, you've got a lot of folks that have, you have families who every one of their children has gone through Head Start.
There, I
Or-
have seen some that
some?
have a bunch. Like you're like, oh hi again.
I know you.
Yes, and but it's great because then you see the value of the program. They feel safe and they know what they'll get out of the program.
Right.
Because if they had a bad experience, they wouldn't come back.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
for sure. And you've been doing it long enough at MEO to have. Do you have some teachers in the classroom who went through Head Start?
Yes. And that's the best because then they really understand the program and they see the value in it because look at where they are now.
Right.
And that's what we do. We grow people.
There you go. You grow people.
Yeah, helping people,
Huh.
changing lives.
Grow people. I like that. So if somebody doesn't know anything about Head Start, how would they go about? Do they just Google Head Start? Is it going to pop up with MEO?
Yeah, you can you can Google Head Start. You can go to our MEO website, and that shows some information about Head Start. And the nice thing is that as you get out there, we're trying to spread the word more, which is why we're doing this, right?
Right.
Yeah. We do find that when people hear MEO, they think I drive a bus, right?
That's true. That's true.
So we want to spread the word that there's more to MEO. There's lots of programs, but our Head Start is a really big program.
Right. 254 children? 246.
46. You keep changing it.
Well, no, that's what it said on your website.
Okay.
246. Okay. Plus the 12 homes. Homeschooled.
Yes.
Kind of, I guess you could call that. Yeah? Mm-hmm. That's interesting. I'm anxious to follow that Is this the first year for that program?
Yes. Like I said, they've done it in the past, but obviously there wasn't a need, and now the need is back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure you're hoping that at some point you'll be able to get the funding to be able to expand that 12 into a full-time center.
Oh, definitely. If the need is there, then we definitely want to have that. So that's why, we keep spreading the word.
Right. I keep thinking about, okay, so if they were going to the center, they'd be there from 7:30 to 3 or 7:30 to 2 or 7:30 to whatever every day. Mm-hmm. Whereas with the home visit, you're getting 2 hours a week.
Yes.
Because
2 hours
you've
a
got
week.
one teacher and she's got to go to 12 different places.
Yes.
So she can only give so much time.
Mm-hmm.
And that just kind of tells me, okay, that's like getting a sample. It's an appetizer for what the whole program could be. Now, at the same time, is she working? I'm assuming it's a she. The teacher working with the parents to show them what they need to work with the child.
Yes.
When she's not there.
Mm-hmm. So they do an assessment to see where the child is at. But just to clear the record, we do have male teachers.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, want to throw that out there. We're always looking for good males to come into the program.
Gotcha.
But Miss Anna, who is our home-based teacher, she is great. She goes into the home, she sees what the family needs, what the children needs, and a lot of it is observing and then taking the information from the family. So when they do that first initial home visit, it's like asking the family, to tell us about their child. We do have a questionnaire that we ask families to answer. So kind of gives us an idea of where their child is at, and then the parents will give us more information. And then as the teacher is observing and watching the interactions between child and family, they can kind of tell, this is what the child needs, and show them, like, this is the activity that would help benefit your child, and show them how to do it.
I see.
Yeah.
And then follow up the next week or whenever they're back.
Because normally in the school, the teacher would be the one doing it. So now we're teaching families to do it themselves.
Right. And then you follow up and find out how it's worked out or how it's doing. And if the family had problems trying to present it, work with them so that they can present it the right way.
You always tweak it and individualize to the child's needs, because it doesn't always work out as you plan.
Right.
Same thing like in the center.
Right.
So, as they gain feedback from the family, the teacher might be able to say, oh, okay, well, why don't you try it this way? Or tell me what you feel like didn't work. And maybe they can kind of brainstorm together, like, okay, this is why it didn't work, so let's try it this way.
I see. Okay. Interesting. That'd be quite a challenge. Now, was she in a classroom before?
She was.
Okay.
She was in the center that was there before. And so that room is still used for the socializations, though. So when the families come. But yeah, so she knows a lot of the families already, so that makes it even nicer, because then she has a relationship with a lot of them.
Interesting. I look forward to hearing more about that and how it's worked out.
Yeah.
And I think one of the last things, though, you don't want to get to the point where you're doing more and more of that and not having the centers, because
definitely
they are
not.
so important for the socialization, if nothing else, of the children.
Oh, yeah. Preschool, that's a big part of preschool. Children learning how to socialize, learning to share with 19 other children, take turns. What? It's not all about me? No.
Right.
Yeah.
I listen sometimes to some of the smaller kids in my neighborhood, and I go, they need to go to Head Start.
Yeah.
Because mom and dad aren't hearing this, and they aren't getting it.
And that's the beauty of our program, is that we're comprehensive. So we offer services, for families. We don't just work with the child. We have nutrition, dental and health. We have disabilities. We have a disability mental health manager that works with our families of children that have special needs.
Gotcha.
And family case managers.
Cool. So yeah, it's a like you say, comprehensive program.
Yes.
And that's when it works the best. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Last minute thoughts, because we got to close up shop here pretty quick.
No, we just thank you for letting us share about our program. And we hope that more people will come out and learn about our program and know that we're there. 99 Mahalani Street.
There you go. There you go. Okay. Alex, thank you so much. Alex Domingo, who is the Assistant Director of the Early Childhood Services. I can't get that straight. Early Childhood Services Department. You've been there a couple of years.
I've 13 years now.
13.
Well, I was teaching first, and then
okay.
So in this position, going on 3 years now.
3 years. Yeah.
Close to there.
Okay, I got you. Very good. Thank you so much. We appreciate your sharing the information with us. And the phone number for Early Childhood Services Department.
249-2988.
2988. Okay, great. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Maui Nonprofit Notes is sponsored as a community service by Pacific Source, the builder's choice. Give Paul and his staff a call at 986-0380 or stop by their showroom in the Waikapu Bayshard on East Oahe Way to see how they can help you with your building's project. The Maui Nonprofit Directors Association's purpose is to provide an opportunity for nonprofit agency directors to gain personal and professional support through cooperative development activities. Maui Nonprofit Directors also provides an opportunity for networking to affect significant positive change in the community. Please visit our website at mauinonprofit.org. It's not coming out, Gary. Thank you. That's the 2-minute warning I just got. Please visit our website at mauinonprofit.org for a list of member agencies. And if you see one there that you're interested in learning more about, please go to their website or give them a call and find out how you can volunteer, help, donate, whatever the case might be. Today we visited with the Pacific Cancer Foundation and found out more information on their upcoming Paddle for Life, the Voyage to Lanai, 9th annual event coming up on October 7th and 8th. And they've joined forces with the folks at Susan G. Komen Foundation and their Paddle for the Cure, which will be held on October 8th. For the second half of the show, we talked with Alex Domingo, who is the Assistant Director at Early Childhood Services for MEO, otherwise known as Maui Economic Opportunity. And as she says, not everyone there is a bus driver. There are a lot of other programs for people to get interested in and find out more about and volunteer for. We want to thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to join us again next week right here, same time, same place, when we'll visit with 2 other member agencies of the Maui Nonprofit Directors Association. Until then, I'm Susie Tiemann, Executive Director of Lokahi Pacific, and your host for Maui Nonprofit Notes. We want to thank you all for joining us today. Have a great week, everyone. Aloha.